Phosphor Dot friends, Earl at thelogbook.com, back at the Intellivision once more with a fantastic version of Demon Attack. Possibly really the definitive version of Demon Attack. Maybe. There's a really good version of it on the TI-99 for a computer as well that gives this one a run for its money. But compared to the version that was released on the Atari 2600, and we'll get into the reasons for that while I'm playing this, Demon Attack really only reaches its full potential on the Intellivision. So let's start attacking some demons right away and find out what this game is about. It's very similar to games such as Phoenix and Galaxian, in that you have and perhaps elements of Moon Cresta as well. I think I can spot here. Instead of the neatly ordered rows of aliens lined up for your target shooting practice in Space Invaders, or indeed in a very similar Space Invaders-like game that was one of the earliest Intellivision releases, Space Armada. Demon Attack has aliens coming at you in much more chaotic patterns and kind of making kamikaze dives at you. Really, these guys aren't trying to kamikaze you. They are trying to get you to make a dumb mistake and run right into their shots. They're trying to make you do the work for them. And the patterns of their attack change, very much like Phoenix. Now, you notice the subject of Phoenix keeps coming up, and that was kind of a sticking point with Atari, because this game was released on the Atari 2600 as well as the Intellivision. Now, the problem there is that, as you'll see here shortly, because I'm actually kind of in the zone here, the Intellivision version of Demon Attack features a mothership level, very much like the arcade game Phoenix. Atari had acquired the rights to do a home cartridge port of Phoenix, and as such, it was perhaps not unjustifiably somewhat protective of the concepts that were baked into Phoenix, including the fact that there is a mothership that you have to defeat. Presumably don't get blown up. Oh, but hey, defeat it, I did. I am kind of in the zone on this. This is a nice this is a nice rare occasion. Instead of me getting my butt kicked 17 ways to Wednesday because I'm sitting here giving you a history of the game while I am playing it. What can I say? I like playing old video games. I like talking about old video games. I try to do them both at the same time with varying degrees of success. Let's try again. Atari actually sued Imagic, the publishers of Demon Attack, over the 2600 version because the early screenshots for the Intellivision version showed that it had quite an elaborate mothership level, not unlike the mothership level in Phoenix, and as such, Atari was trying to protect their investment. Not an entirely unreasonable proposition. These were kind of the Wild West days of video game concept development, where, although I'm not really sure those days had ended, but the days of game concepts being copied wholesale and, given a new look or a new sound, basically given a new package and then sold as an original product. That was very much the state of play in the early 80s. And sometimes it got you a genuine improvement on the previous concept, and sometimes it didn't. But the compromise that was eventually reached was that Demon Attack for the Atari 2600 would feature no mothership level. It would just be endless waves like this one of, somewhat chaotic attackers without end. There would be no boss level on the Atari version. If you wanted that, then you had to get Phoenix for the 2600. In the meantime, the Intellivision gamers got this wonderful stage. And just take a look at this for a moment as we go into it for the second time. This is a fantastic little bit of graphics work here. And it's something the 2600 at the time could not, I don't think it could have done. Now, could you do this on the 2600 now? You probably could, because you have emulation that allows you to study the code of the Intellivision version and try to more accurately port that to the Atari. You could probably do a full version of D. I'm kind of surprised no one has done it. I'm kind of surprised that one has not been revealed. Either as something that Imagic was originally developing that way, or as something that the cat was walking in front of. But it's kind of amazing to me that that level of Demon Attack on the Intellivision has not been realized for the 2600 in this, modern age of, much more sophisticated programming on the 2600 that can give you nearly arcade-perfect ports of things like Galaga. Surely the mother stage of this game, the mothership stage of this Intellivision version would be within reach of the 2600 with the tools that are available to homebrew programmers now. So, kind of a surprise that hasn't happened. But in any case, you really got two games out of this deal. You got Phoenix and you got Demon Attack. Demon Attack did not get sued off the shelves into oblivion. It did not suffer the fate of Casey Munchkin for the Odyssey 2, I'll put it that way. And as such, it is its own distinctly different entity from the 2600, the official 2600 port of Phoenix, which was programmed by GCC, which handled a lot of the first-party Atari arcade ports in the early 80s. I'm playing this on an emulator with keyboard controls, so there may be a substantial difference in how the game plays in that context versus the original Intellivision controller with the directional disc and the side buttons. I kind of prefer playing it this way, to be honest. I wasn't the biggest fan of the Intellivision controller that there was. Still a very nice job done on this. Demon Attack for the Intellivision, courtesy of Imagic, really one of the signature third-party games for that platform, if ever there was one. And I will argue any day of the week that Imagic's output for the Intellivision was even more of an enhancement to that system's library than their additions to the Atari 2600 library. But we can paw over that ground another time. Thanks for watching, and I will be back with more Phosphor Dot Fossils.